Hello everyone, my name is David Toller. Today I'll be sharing my presentation titled Hotpot Across Asia, a Shared Meal, Many Cultures. Hotpot is one of the oldest and most widespread food traditions in Asia, and what makes it so fascinating is that each country has taken this simple idea, a pot of simmering broth in the middle of the table, and transformed it into a cultural symbol. Hotpot isn't just a meal. It reflects family life, geography, climate, and long-held culinary traditions. Over the next few minutes, I'll explore how hot pot appears in different Asian cultures, what makes each version unique, and why this dish has also become meaningful in my own life. Hot pot is both a dish and a deeply rooted cultural practice. At the center of the table sits a boiling pot of broth. Everyone adds their own ingredients: vegetables, thinly sliced meats, noodles, seafood, mushrooms, dumplings, tofu, much more. Even though the concept is simple, the experience itself is incredibly rich. Across Asia, each region has developed its own style based on local ingredients, climate, and cultural traditions. China has dozens of regional variants. Japan has its refined shabu-shabu and sukiyaki. Korea has hearty stews like budae-jjigae, and Southeast Asia incorporates bright herbs and spicy sour flavors. Hot pot also serves a social purpose. Instead of receiving an individual plate of food, everyone cooks from the same pot. This makes hot pot a perfect window into understanding Asian values surrounding family, hospitality, and community. I chose hot pot for this project because it's a meal that has become really meaningful in my own family. When we make hot pot at home, everyone gathers around the table and the whole experience becomes more than just eating. We choose ingredients together, we wait for everything to cook, we talk and share the excitement of pulling food out of the pot. It slows us down in a really good way. You don't always get that kind of interaction with everyday meals. Hot pot requires a little patience. You eat slowly, one bite at a time, and that naturally creates more space for conversation and connection. As I learned more about different hot pot traditions across Asia, I realized that my family from China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, and Mongolia all experience something very similar. Hot pot is often a weekend or celebration meal. It brings everyone together around one shared space, and it becomes a symbol of unity, warmth, and belonging. The way that my family enjoys hot pot allows us to connect to this much larger tradition, one that emphasizes community, shared experiences, and the simple joy of being around a table together. China has one of the largest and most diverse hot pot traditions in Asia, and the depth of variation reflects the country's size and regional identities. One of the most famous styles is Sichuan hot pot, known for the mala broth, which is an extremely spicy, numbing broth that is packed with Sichuan peppercorns, chili oil, and lots of spices. This style developed partially because Sichuan's humid climate encouraged the use of strong spices to warm the body and aid digestion. It's very bold and intense, and the experience is very social. People gather for hours to cook, talk, and to challenge their spice tolerance. In contrast, Cantonese hot pot focuses on light broths and extremely fresh seafood. Guangdong is a coastal region. The cuisine values natural flavors. Instead of overpowering spices, the broth is meant to highlight the quality of those ingredients. Across China, hot pot represents hospitality and family unity. Whether it's spicy, mild, herb, or seafood based, the shared pot symbolizes bringing people together. In Japan, hot pot takes a more elegant and structured form. Shabu-shabu uses paper-thin slices of beef or pork swished briefly in boiling broth. The goal is to not overpower the ingredients, but to appreciate the natural flavors of high-quality meat and vegetables. This reflects Japanese aesthetics, the simplicity, balance, and respect for the ingredients themselves. Sukiyaki, another well-known hot pot, is slightly sweeter and richer. It is often eaten during special occasions or family gatherings. Its ingredients are simmered in a mixture of soy sauce, sugar, and mirin, giving a comfort, celebratory flavor. What stands out about Japanese hot pot culture is the intentional pace. Meals are typically in small groups, emphasizing harmony, seasonality, and mindful eating. Korea's hot pot dishes reflect both historical hardship and culinary creativity. Jeongol goes back to the royal court cuisine, where ingredients were neatly arranged and simmered together with precise seasoning. It represents elegance and balance. But one of the most famous modern hot pots from Korea is budae, or army-based stew. Created after the Korean War when food was scarce, Koreans would combine local flavors like gochujang with American ingredients like spam, hot dogs, baked beans, and cheese. It started as a survival meal, developed into a beloved comfort food. Korean hot pot emphasizes warmth, resilience, and togetherness. Meals are loud, lively, and meant to be shared generously, a reflection of Korea's strong cultural value on community. Southeast Asian hot pot traditions are shaped by the tropical weather, coastal access, and the vibrant herb-based cuisines. In Thailand, Thai suki features a spicy, sour, and refreshing broths. The dipping sauce, often called nang jem, is essential. It's tangy, sweet, spicy, and bright. Thai hot pot tends to be energetic and full of color, much like the country's street food culture. In Vietnam, Vietnamese lao highlights fresh herbs, tomatoes, tamarind, lemongrass, fish sauce, and seafood. The broth often has layers of sweetness, sourness, and umami. Vietnamese hot pot meals reinforce the importance of greens, herbs, and sharing foods that are tied to the land. These styles show how hot pot adapts to local climates and ecosystems while maintaining the same shared communal format. Mongolian hot pot is often considered one of the earliest forms of the dish, dating back to the days of nomadic warriors who cooked meat in metal helmets over open fires. Modern Mongolian hot pot continues to reflect nomadic practicality. Simple broths, hearty cuts of lamb on hearty vegetables, little seasoning. The focus is on warmth and nourishment, especially in Mongolia's cold climate. This version of hot pot represents survival, mobility, and a strong connection to livestock-based diets. Even though it appears simple compared to spicier and more elaborate styles, Mongolian hot pot carries a deep cultural meaning. With all of these different traditions, three major cultural themes seem to emerge. First is community and togetherness. Hot pot is designed to be shared. Instead of individual plates, everyone participates in one pot, symbolizing unity and cooperation. Second, regional identity. Each hot pot reflects local climates, agriculture, and geographic differences. Spicy Sichuan broth, seafood-rich Cantonese hot pot, and herb-forward Vietnamese lao all show how the different environments shape the cuisine itself. Third, cultural adaptation. Hot pot evolves with history. From Japan's refined cooking style to Korea's post-war creativity, and even to modern Southeast Asian twists, all show how this simple dish can reflect each country's cultural journey. Hot pot is a living expression of identity, change, and community. In recent years, hot pot has become a global phenomenon. International chains like Hai have turned it into an interactive experience, featuring robot servers, table-side noodle dancing, and customizable broth options. Social media has played a huge role in popularizing hot pot. Videos showcasing bubbling broths and colorful ingredient spreads and dramatic spice levels have introduced the tradition to people all around the world. Even with all this modernization, the heart of hot pot remains the same. Everyone gathers together around their shared pot, and they enjoy the experience, slowly making conversation.